And all because your wee boy came a long time ago, and now grown life's sadness and badness. And nearer his birthday, we will celebrate that and sing our carols and give and get in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. And now we have our scriptures read for us today. Thank you.
The first reading is from Isaiah chapter 2, verses 3 to 5. Let us go up the hill of the Lord, to the temple of Israel's God. He will teach us what he wants, which the Lord gives us. The next reading is from St. Luke chapter 1. God sent the angel Gabriel to a town in Galilee named Nazareth. He had a message for a young woman promised in marriage to a man named Joseph. He was descended from King David. Her name was Mary. The angel came to her and said, "Peace be with you. The Lord is with you and has greatly blessed you." Mary was deeply troubled by the angel's message, and she wondered what his words meant. The angel said to her, Mary said to the angel, "I am a virgin."
The sermon today, which won't be too long, is called Mary. On this first Sunday of December, I'd like us to honor the lives of two Marys. The first from Israel's Nazareth, the second from Scotland's Aberdeen, and to honor them because deep down, and helping others to get on with their life is central to our faith. And both Marys have to tolerate quite a lot. The Nazareth whisperers would have muttered, "She's expecting a bairn, and she's no even married." And there can be no doubt that Joseph himself must have wondered who she'd been with when his back was turned. For who can put a wee lie, Joseph could have said. There's a getting on with life, isn't there? Because we are just me. And if that me, 33 years on from who others avoided or neglected or looked down on, his insistence on how important young lives were, his taking issue with the religious leaders who defined faith as perfection, his growing drawing power with ordinary folk who crowded round him. This tough humanity would take her Jesus, Mary, watch him die an agonizing death. Wasn't this her brave and loving way of accepting life as it was, no matter how hard? That the name of Mary should spread all over the world, even to distant Scotland, where one day up in Bankery, boy, he's always been my hero, and always will be. And hero he was to that other Mary we think of now, Mary Slessor. And I prepared for each of you this little brochure here of Mary Slessor, back and front, and you'll get it at the end of the service. And you would just like to sort of stick in, then that's fine, or send it to anybody. This is Mary Slessor's brief story. She became a heroine in Africa's way back on the 2nd of December 1848. Mary was born up in Aberdeen, or Aberdeen as we say. The first Robert had conceived them all. He was seldom soberly there for them all. He was, and decided to take it. Mary, who was now 11, hoped his new responsibilities would help, but they didn't. In her new environment, and to build on that inner strength she got from her Aberdeen church, Mary went along to the town's Wishart Church, named after a famous Scottish clergyman. Mary went along to and tenderness with the many needy families within his parish in Dundee. By now, a full-time weaver, working from 6 in the morning till 6 in the evening, despite all the hard work she was doing. And so impressed by this was the minister that he encouraged Mary, now 27, to share Africa's west coast, familiarizing herself with African ways, learning the language of modernity in the Victorian era, could still find ways of ignoring Christ's humanitarian teaching, but nothing prepared Mary for what she would soon discover as a missionary. For example, if a native king, tradition required that to honor him, many men from his tribe should be sacrificed and killed. And worse still, if it was a mother's misfortune to bear twins, the wee lives still breathing, that and more, Mary Slessor went, and her influence over her remaining 40 years because of that, the Nigerian government erected a tall monument of this small woman in Calabar 15, this humble Christian from Aberdeen and Dundee, and how proud us Scots should be of this Mary, who adopted 6 young Africans, as you'll see, and the first of them was called Jane, and she was baptized in Dundee's Wishart Church and stayed in Dundee happily with the family until she herself passed away. Made her empathize and sympathize with Africa's sufferers and give her a wee life stirred, and still stirs us, as it did the Mary of Aberdeen. And nothing would make that wee Bethlehem bairn soon to come happier in his own way than we should keep becoming folk who take very seriously, as we do, however we can do that. Let us be givers of life to life, as the two made to keep going, because nobody has really an easy life, one way or the other. Maybe life's not meant to be easy. Maybe it is meant to have its hills and its challenges, But we know that really, whatever life is, we'll give it its best. And who better? And now our offering will be received. Thank you. And during it, we sing. O God, our offerings are given in their own important way for the well-being of life itself. So proud are we that our national, and once again we ask you to bless and direct what we now give for you and for those in need. Today we our peace candle before our final hymn, and how much the world needs peace. What is it that keeps creating the news broadcasts and headlines that depress us? Inside some folk there is a loving and a caring that is missing, but a badness that is all too evident. How sorely therefore, and somehow may its light spread far and wide for the sake of the suffering and for the sake of that delivered. Those who went into that beautiful country of Africa, which nonetheless had its terrible needs and probably still has, that those from that country came to ours, and just along the road at Lomond Parish Church, one is the new minister. And now, O God, within the stillness of these closing moments, them, and we do not forget ourselves. Dear God, please hear us. And may we encourage the coming days towards Christmas to gently create within ourselves whatever is yet to be born, to give to all people that deep something which only He can give, yes, sharing what we know deep inside us to be so important. And so may it be. And now to conclude our service, we sing, "Make me a channel of your peace." And those we find difficult to love. May the peace we have sung about come one day and transform this bond of love, this day and evermore. Amen. Thank you.
For us, you introduce us to many different Christian charities, different Christian stories over the time, and as a congregation I think we can really appreciate that. So we have a small
My goodness.
item for you to
Small,
remember
small.
us, remember us by.
Oh, thank you.
But also, Ellen, we couldn't forget you either.
Thank you so much, Alan. Thank you so much.
So thank you, Fred. On a personal note,
I better not say too much. Thank you so much. Well, we hope to see you soon again.